Hi, it's Mild Red Songbird, Eve, Mother of the Earth. You're looking at two representations of the babies in my womb. Giancarlo, Arturo, a new soul, and Aria, Elizabeth Michelle, once Evelyn Jones, and RN. Okay. So they will be born, they're immaculately conceived, they'll be born when the time is right. Let me start reading my report to you. My latest findings. 3 T's, talk and share. Truth, trust, thought. Mary Panama came to visit me in my room today in New York at St. Francis of Assisi Residence 3, founded by three Franciscan priests, Father Tom, Father John, and Father John. I asked Sheila, who had been Leonard Bernstein, to take a picture of them, and came out with a halo over their heads because they have done such good. Franciscan decoded. Fools ran North Carolina. Pleasure school is example of pleasure school. Is example of mild red A-S-E-W-C-H Einstein. Oh, will doctor. In the head. Her dead. So the head is Ma is example of will of a doctor in her head. Thread. No, that's her head. Dead. I had first died when I saw Mama in her coffin. As a little girl, I had become her, my mother, in my mind. My train of thought. Believing I and Ed, Edwin Birdsong, were a perfect fit, I married him. I believed I was Eve, the first mother. I checked out if he was Adam. He was not. He was Mr. Spock. Believe, decoded, B, energy, lie. Eve, energy, dead. Victory, clitoris. Okay, Mrs. Spock presents Spock ordered something. Oh, blocked clock. Spock, OC, Ked, blocked clock. Something like that. I have been visiting my mother in Tennessee. I was an airline stewardess. Eyes is example of pleasure and courtesy, an airline stewardess. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Just eat vegetables, fruits, legumes. What it is. The name of the album, Edwin Birdsong and I did. Edwin, who was Bach and over in Berlin, said to the Michelle, that's me, if I was a girl, I'd want to be you. And daughter, I was a daughter. An angel, Gabriel. Evangeline Adams, astrologer extraordinaire. And mild red, songbird. Edwin continued, saying, if you were a boy, you'd want to be me. I was thinking, I don't want 3 illegitimate children. That was what he had, but that's what he thought. Love is becoming the other person. Edwin already was Michelle. He spent the next 45 years serving who Michelle had praised to high heaven. Let me worship who the king worships, right? Michelle had raised to the level of demigod to attorney Johanna Vagoda, her husband, that had passed. Edwin realized Michelle looked up to Stevie Wonder. So he, being Michelle, remember he said, if I was a girl, I'd want to be you. He was already me because he had fallen in love with me. And you become a person you love. So Edwin, being Michelle, looked up to Stevie, giving up Michelle and the children to be with Stevie. And Johanna gave up his focus to focus on making the world see little Stevie Wonder, soul singer, as the superstar genius Michelle had sold him on believing, because Stevie, ready for a new thought? Stevie had taken Michelle's energy when she was 5 years old and left her his energy. Stevie Wonder decoded C witch, W-I-T-C-H, switch. Okay, he switched his energy of being blind and took my energy of having sight. The sight of Angel Gabriel and Evangeline Adams. So from Stevie Wonder also switched C-witch, Bewitch, their album. He switched their album, What It Is, from #1 on Billboard 100s and placed his music in #1 spot. Music decoded. See, you can't hide from the truth. The truth always shows up. Now it's showing up in the letters. Michelle, you, I owe you, C, is, I see, example, pleasure, energy, unknown, it's new. That's what it is. He said in his song, what it is oh so true. What it is oh so new. I just called to say, I love you. Extra. So and then I see extra samples of pleasure, because I took him some songs I had written after What It Is, because he called me up and said, why, actually I called him, and he asked me why Edwin hadn't created another What It Is, and I said it's because he fired the people who helped him make the first What It Is. Actually, the producer, Ted Cooper, went on and died because he saw he couldn't, or he believed, lack of imagination, lack of faith, lack of trust. He believed that he could never top his experience with the songs on What It Is and producing it. So he went on and had a heart attack and died. What It is new, is true. Stevie Wonder, review. In song, I just called to say, I love you. Okay, neck is a point. Your neck is a counterpart to the point. Enter decoded neck. Enter Eve energy. See kin. The kin, this is the king, Govinda Singh. presents ointment to heal Stevie Wonder, who wounds, soul felt sounds, reading, spreading awareness of pain. You see that? Stevie Wonder wounds, soul felt sounds, sad songs. Okay, that's what that means. Song, it ain't no fun being a welfare recipient. Written by the Michelle Birdsong, music by Edwin Birdsong on the album. Adam is Michael Bublé. Will Pablum. Compare humdrum and snare drum and bass drum. Michael Bublé said Stevie Wonder is his idol. Ray Charles is his idol. He was Ray Charles in a past life. Michael Bublé was Ray Charles in a past life. You're not a for-profit in your own home because compare your brothers and sisters and parents, know your weaknesses. Okay, I didn't read that right. You're not a for-profit in your own home because your brothers and sisters and parents know your weaknesses. We, Adam and Eve, can expresses successes. Number 533, cautionary fails. This is a video podcast on YouTube of the Owen Benjamin channel I started watching. Note, caution, Benjamin's going to take a fall. Well, I've done a lot of videos on YouTube about Owen Benjamin, how he sold out the country and made it a corporation when he was Ulysses S. Grant the president. And I was his wife telling him not to do that. And ever since then, his guilty conscience have driven him insane, and he's having a fight with his wife, trying to prove she was wrong and he was right. So oftentimes his videos show that he's having this fight, and I'll make videos explaining what he's really talking about on his videos. Now, a mother loves like God, unconditionally. But a mother is made up of different parts. She might have the heart and soul of Pontius Pilate, who killed Christ. But now he looks and acts, I'm talking and sharing with you, nice. Because he's in the body of a she, Michael Bublé's female head of his immediate family. His wife, Luciano Laplato, some name like that. Okay, new topic. Ready? The brain is God. Mathematics is his counterpart. It's the saints like Jesus Christ and his wife, the Michelle, who help, where they have soft hearts. Talk and share. Bear your pain. Tell them what you feel about everything. Your grandmother, other mothers, grandfathers you can talk to, mothers, fathers, husbands, wives can talk to each other. Psychiatrists and psychologists listen to you, bare your soul. Psychotherapists, priests, friends, pastors. All these people are comparable to saints because they listen to you bare your soul and they share your experience, which means if you're sad and then you tell them that you're sad, then they feel that vibration of sadness and they bear all this, you see. They withstand your pain. And then you leave them feeling good again. A G-A-I-N. See? Okay. I hope at dinner and whenever need be, we discuss what's happened and dandy it in the end, describing what we feel that feels unreal, because unreal, like it's surreal, somebody else's meal to buy, to chew, to eat, to swallow. Stevie Wonder, Wallow, will allow wife of Edwin's to go on to Broadway with the story of what it is that's real feel with the best deal. Yeah, I hope he does that, because he certainly owes me. He took my energy and became rich. And then I personally sold him to the attorney that made all the deals for the next 40 years and made him a superstar. So it would be good if he would assist me in giving this information to you. The scalp is a map of where you've been, what you'll sin, what you're doing, and where you're going. In, pleasure, enter. Gwyneth Paltrow named her daughter Apple. Well, let me do the inning first. Here at St. Francis Assisi, Residence 3, Yankees game list is full. That means everybody wants to go. A lot of people want to go to the Yankee game. Many males want to go to see the players play the game of stance. Now, Gwyneth Paltrow named her daughter Apple. Feel order, her forbidden identity fruit. That's from the Garden of Eden. The forbidden fruit was an apple, the one that's thin on the outside and hard on the inside. That was Edwin Birdsong. Okay. A black guy on the street flirted with me. I didn't want to do anything with him. Not date, not kiss and hug, not laying like a bear on a rug, nor being his girlfriend. So I kept walking, not looking at him, beyond a glance, showing me he wasn't my type. Okay, let's do bear. Being Eve Adams, his, her. Okay, that's what bear means. Now over here to type, true I, present, ed, energy, you, N-A-P-P-E-A-L, what is that? You nap, oh, you, something, U-N, ape, A-P is ape, oh, appealing, okay, enter appealing, not appealing, I'm supposed to be. Gunshot down, Huckleberry Dim. We're still talking about the guy that flirted with me on the street. Dead, you, male. Ape, pleasure. No, that's apple. A-P-P-L-E. Apple. Enter. No, apple, Adam, C, you, her. Energy. Govinda, her, train, her energy. Girl, you, her, train, energy. Govinda Singh trained my energy. He was my mother. It was in the form of my mother. Girl, Govinda, Jesus Christ, wait a minute. Girl, Govinda, Jesus, strained, daughter, energy. Okay, now let's go back up here where we left off. Okay. The reason the souls in the air told me in Kansas City, Missouri, go back to New York. New York matches my energy. They meant Govinda, my mother's form, told me to be the best of whatever was my interest. And my other mother, Andoni, taught me, that's now Robin Birdsong. And my mother is Jindara Ransinger, my granddaughter. Robin Birdsong is my daughter. Taught me, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free from boring mediocrity. New York is fair to what is the best creativity. From Broadway, Hello Dolly, Auntie Mame, My Fair Lady, The Sound of Music, which Jesus Christ took time out from his busy schedule to go in and see in person, to the story of Sound of Music. He went to see The Sound of Music, the story of the nun who opened her heart to motherless children, like Andoni opened her heart to raise my mother and raise a boy who was also unwanted. Then she and her husband raised another unwanted child, me. The husband was Sing, S-I-N-G, as you see this, Sing Birdsong, who is now my son. Okay, so he raised me when he was Brother Wright. To me, Andoni and Brother Wright and my mama were self-sacrificing saints. Saints decoded. See Angel's Pleasure. Enter, talk, and share. Yes, I receive pleasure doing talk and share, listening to people, and then isolating each feeling and emotion that they experience, so it is released and they are freed of the pain. Okay, back down here. So New York is fair to what is the best creativity in the country. From Broadway to Macy's, Christmas decorations, they have elves people dressed up as elves. They have stars on the ceiling. It's amazing. They have Santa sitting there and to listen to the children express what they want for Christmas. It's wonderful. They take your picture with Santa if you want. And, of course, they have Christmas balls all around. So then Macy's has a spring flower show. And they have great bargains on sale days. And the great helium-filled balloons flown during Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Frank Sinatra, who is Michael Bublé now, said, New York, New York, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. And what he meant was, only the strongest, the brightest, the big-heartedness take the dare to make jaded New Yorkers care. That's the challenge, because they've seen everything. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for now. I hope you enjoy this report as much as I enjoyed giving it to you. Learning about myself and why I do things and what things mean that I've been hearing about all my life It's so exciting. That's Father Tom, one of the founders. And to his left is Stephen Molyneux, who was Aristotle in past life. He changed his face one day to that of an ape to let me know there are people in this world who are apes, who have the consciousness of apes and not human beings. Okay, so that's all I'm going to talk about now. I'll talk to you another time. So long.